What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Silver Ranch here, back for another Ranch reaction. Yeah, I wanted to knock one more out today, and I kind of got not a lot, but I got 3 suggestions from people saying, oh yeah, don't forget, Ivy's dropping a new song. I saw this all over Twitter for about 3 days? 3 days? That sounds right. Something like that, 2-3 days. And I kind of thought, oh, new song next week. I'm thinking Friday or Saturday. No, try today. So, yeah, here it is. Heat. Yeah, right here. Heat. I really don't know what to expect with this. I heard the snippet they put on Twitter under a comment, and I was like, ooh, I'm kind of excited for this. Yeah, I really don't know what to expect with this, because the one thing I found interesting, if I remember to put the tweet here, I will. Ivy said essentially, whatever you think the song might be, you're wrong. I'm like, oh, I'm curious what that kind of vibe is I'm gonna get with this, because like what I give so much credit for with someone like Ivy is Ivy does a great job with like making it so every song feels unique. And granted, maybe it goes back to some levels of like always tying back to dubstep in a lot of senses, but every song feels like a unique experience every time I listen to it. So I'm kind of curious what they meant by that. So I'm ready to jump in. This is Heat by Ivycomb. I hope you all enjoy, and if you do, make sure you leave support by liking, comment, subscribing, the whole 9 yards. And let's get into it. And now a quick word to shout out a partner on my channel, being Dubby Energy. Dubby is a clean energy drink that is meant to give you focuses, no crashes, jitters, nothing, unlike a lot of other energy drinks. They also don't use artificial dyes, which to me I would find super important, since quite frankly I'm not a huge fan of a lot of energy drinks. I think they're super full of chemicals, and just they don't feel supernatural, but Dubby does. They contain vitamins, amino acids, and a solid amount of caffeine to help you focus when you're gaming, working, or taking care of chores or other things that we might not really want to deal with. It gives you a lot of energy to get through your day. The process is super simple. All you have to do is pour in some water, tear open a packet, or pour a spoonful from a tub, give the bottle a shake, and boom, you got yourself a simple and delicious energy drink. They are beyond tasty. I got right here a mixture of watermelon, guava, and lime. Like, that is just phenomenal. That is just phenomenal. I never knew I wanted that mixture of those 3 together, but yes. And along with having a solid price, I just love this company in Dubby. They're super trustworthy, and I love them to death. And if you need any more convincing, if you go down to my description and click the link, or use this code here, silver_ranch with a capital S and a capital R at checkout, you get 10% off your original purchase, courtesy of Dubby. Thank you so much for being a partner of my channel, Dubby Energy. And now back to the video. Let's do it.
I was never wanna take summer breaks. Got a real bad habit here of gambling mistakes, and I wanna be a bit more energetic. The heat's turn high, let's get electric. Sun baked sickness on my skin.
Love the alliteration there. Sun baked sickness on my skin, which I guess is based on like the intense rays from the summer sun. Oh, so we're getting like a nice fun summer vibe with this. All right, I already like where this is going. Also, sheesh. I saw the art on Twitter. I was sitting there thinking, like, is this not gonna feel like really oversaturated? But ironically, with the white kind of being the main background, with like the blue as contrast, it actually doesn't. It doesn't feel like super oversaturated. It looks really good. Really relaxing song kind of as well. It's always interesting because like with a lot of summer songs for me, it's like there's kind of a range, I feel like. So like going from like Childish Gambino feels like summer, to Sunday Best by Surfaces, to something like this even has a nice, like this has a great summer vibe. I swear there's like a nerdcore song or two that has a really good summer vibe. But yeah, I like the vibe of this so far.
Sun baked sickness on my skin, disguising sun stars bright, it's breaking in. Still my head's high up in clouds of blue. air's infectious, it's inside of you. I'd say I'm ready for a big change, but honestly, I think I'm afraid of it. Say a nice thing and gesture to all of me, even though it could hurt my autonomy. Autotronic, systematic, valves are open, automatic. Rigged up cameras, lights are hitting, bouncing around and around and around. And sun-baked sickness on my skin, disguising sun stars brightest breaking in. Still my head's high up in clouds of blue. The air's infectious, it's inside of you.
Like I said, I always love their futuristic, like the futuristic techno pop dubstep feel that they always come with every song. What I always love to say it for every song, but like layering is just sometimes a really simple and just a very, very fine detail that you get with a lot of good songs, especially a lot of good Ivy songs. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting with this. Like, listen to this. And I like, again, maybe it's just me. I don't know if this was done intentionally. I'm assuming it was. I'm not sure how Ivy panned the vocals, but I'm gonna just guess, because it sounds like the high tone is coming from like the left earbud. The main one is coming from like a lot of the mids are coming from like the middle, directly in the middle, and then more on the right side is a lot of the lower bassy tones. And I think that's an interesting choice when you also compound that with the video, using like when they go to the harmonies and like layering everything into one cohesive chorus. The lyrics go from, you know, like normal to tripled, essentially. Like kind of representing that each voice has its own spot, which I think would be I think it's a nice detail. I think that's a pretty cool detail. Also, just something as simple as like you see the summer sun and you see hot. Dude, as someone who lives in like a colder state, technically, in a colder city, holy shit, this summer has been brutal.
It's infectious, it's inside of you.
Oh, that's sick. I mean, obviously the little plug. Obviously, you gotta rep yourself, but more importantly, this is a nice feature. This is just essentially, I'm assuming it's just a real zoomed in shot of one of Ivy's tracks going across, because you could tell when you like first saw it come in. Right in the bottom corner here, it says pattern 8, which means it's on FL Studio. Just little details like that I think are pretty cool, showing a shot of their work while also promoting. Just like I said, it's little things. You could just do a blank white screen with the promotion, but something like this I think adds a little charm, because it shows that they're working hard while also trying to make a living. Also I have Rebirth coming soon. I don't know when it's coming, but it will be here soon. I will show it off. I will show it off. Because I think I ordered it autographed and all that stuff. I forget. I know it wasn't cheap, and I also know it's not. It was like $50, and also it's probably not getting here till like late August or like probably after Labor Day probably. But if it does come before that, I will show it off. Like I said, the first moment I get it, I will show it off. Because I actually have a record player. I think I showed it in... Actually, I think I did show it in Rebirth. not the record player itself, but I showed like some of the records I had, from Marvin Gaye to the Beatles to Eminem, among others. So yeah.
Screen thickens on my skin. A layer keeps it safe from burning in. The heat.
So real. As someone who's burned himself enough to fortunately not learn his lesson, that's a real line right there. Sunscreen on my skin, a layer to keep you safe from burning. Let's say you forget to reapply, or you just are like me and too stubborn to do it.
Is high, but shade is in. Yet I find myself remembering. Do I really want to spend hours in a hot car? I could go to outer space and eat an ice cream bar with my friends at the park and the benches and the swings and the strange other people that say the weirdest things. Do I really want to spend hours in a hot car when I could take 1,000 leaps and go really far? And I want to be a bit more energetic. I want to be a bit more energetic.
Ooh. Before continuing that, I kind of, if I'm going on what they're saying here, so like, I want to go back a little bit. Do I want to spend hours in a hot car, or I could go to outer space and eat an ice cream bar? And I'm guessing this kind of reference, obviously they're not going to go to outer space, but like the way I could best describe this is maybe they want to go out and interact with people more and be more social, but also they're having that struggle. Maybe it's just because of the summer heat, or just because they don't really want to, and they'd rather maybe spend more time indoors and maybe on phone calls, Discord calls, recording content. I know a lot of people in the community probably use VR chat probably. As well, for like interaction. So I think this could also be a song that talks about like feelings of wanting to get out and be more social, but and struggling to be able to do that.
Ice cream bar with my friends at the park and the benches and the swings and the strange other people that say the weirdest things. Do I really want to spend hours in a hot car when I could take 1,000 leaps and go really far? And I want to be a bit more energetic. I want to be a bit more energetic.
Yeah. I do want to go back for a second, because there's always a little trend of mine. I do it on Hollis tracks. I do it on there's someone else I've done it a lot for. Probably Ivy. Not Ivy. Stupid. Yonkagore. There we go. Right, just sometimes I'm like, if I hear a long held note, I'm curious to see how long they held it for. So let me see this.
Bit more energetic. I wanna be a bit more energetic.
Wow, 16 beats. That's pretty impressive. Sheesh.
Sickness on my skin, whiskers and sun stars bright as spring. Get in, still my head's high up in clouds of blue. The air's infectious, it's inside of you.
I also always think it's so. I think it's so. I always think it's so impressive when someone's able to do production engineering, which is like mixing and mastering, and then also be able to my brain is so smooth, but and also be able to like make their own video. It's hard. Like doing all that, I can't imagine how long it must take. Like even like a lot of people probably will think like this isn't too complex. It's just a bunch of lyrics and like kind of the same shot or two over and over and over again. That's hard as hell, and I'm assuming it's After Effects. And let me tell you, as someone who's used After Effects, I cannot begin to tell you how much of a pain in the ass it is just doing the most basic stuff. So like doing simple transitions, lyrics that are, I don't even, quintupled in different spots, while sticking it up together, going with the lyrics and doing all that, pain in the ass. So it's insanely impressive when someone is able to run all this by themselves. Art is always insane by Lovecut. Damn! Nice little Among Us joke there. It's a nice little funny joke there at the end. Alright, that was Heat by Ivycomb. I think the big thing for this was it was a very nice, it was upbeat while also being pretty relaxing, all things considered. And with a lot of summer songs, you either want to make it like really exciting and and high energy, or you want it to be something relaxing. My go-to for a relaxing summer song is Feels Like Summer by Childish Gambino. Because it's smooth, it's soft, it's relaxing. It makes you want to just sit out on a porch with a beer in your hand and just talk with people. And this sort of song kind of gives me that same energy, just in a completely different way, because something like Feels Like Summer is very mellow, where this one's a little more, it kind of blends, like this one's a little more upbeat, I guess is the best way to describe it. This one's a little more upbeat than say like a Childish Gambino song. Again, styles are completely different for obvious reasons, but for a summer song, this is I really enjoyed it. It's smooth, it's relaxing, and honestly, it kind of put me in a really, like, I wasn't like far from it. I was in a great mood today, but like this just put a big smile on my face because it was designed so well, and there was just a lot of love put into it. It sounds really good. That's sometimes the best thing you could say with songs. It just sounds like great music. And I think that's kind of the best way to describe something like this. Like, it's funny I did Luminescence right before this, because that's kind of the closest song I would compare to something like that, like this sort of song. It's upbeat, but it's also super relaxing. So I truly like this song. I really do. And I think y'all need to go run this up if you haven't yet. The song's called Heat. If you enjoyed the reaction, please leave support by dropping a like, comment for more, subscribe to become part of the Ranch Nation while turning on the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on Ranch Ashley's gaming, commentary, music, my podcast, Nerds on the Mic, vlogs, EP and album breakdowns, or anything else that I drop on this channel. Because all the love and support that y'all leave mean the world to me. So I am pretty much only about 60 subscribers away now from the biggest milestone in my life being 1,000. So if y'all were able to help get me there, it mean the world to me. So take care. I love y'all at the Ranch Nation, and I'm out of here. Peace.